We are looking at five major key factors here of what chart you've never seen here, even in the crypto industry before. Five different charts of Bitcoin, of what showing Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and digital assets. Here, as you can see, we are on crypto bubble, and the market, as it shows here, River is taking ahead, 29%, 21.9% increasement, which is really interesting. Of course, other cryptocurrencies like Pi is taking roots, and Syrian and other things, as well as Tile. I'm here to just bring you latest news concerning the market. If you are new to our channel, do us a favor, smash on the like button, subscribe, give us that subscription button, smash on the like button, and then click on the notification that each time we drop news like this, you'll be the first to get notice of. All right, so without wasting much time, I want us to dive deep into this let's dive deep into these five different charts as I want to show it to you about. This chart was posted by Julius not long ago. It talks about Bitcoin is showing the first sign of a recovery against gold. This downtrend has lasted over a year now. So this downtrend, as you can see as I project it on your screen, it talks about Bitcoin in relation to gold, Bitcoin per gold, liquidity, relative value. All right, as you can see, the chart talks about it that Bitcoin is showing the first signs of recovery against gold. So meaning Bitcoin is ever showing the first sign against gold, meaning there is a massive improvement in momentum in Bitcoin with respect to that of gold. Let's look at this chart that was posted not long ago, and then it was talking about what Bitcoin cost of what production. As you can notice that there is about $1 million, 1 million of what coins or bitcoins to be mined worldwide. All right, so if you hear about this, meaning a whole lot of people are looking into how to mine these coins as we talk about. So as I talk about, so a whole lot of things are into this production rate. As you can see, this key point that is being noticed here talks about a valid momentum point of which Bitcoin took its momentum to another level. As we can see, we are in the current momentum here. As I maximize it, can you see? Yes, indeed, about the 68 point is also showing a sign of big momentum which is coming in relating to what to the Bitcoin. I want us to move forward to this chart that was posted not long ago. It talks about the individual Bitcoin ownership peak, all right, in 2024. Bitcoin ownership distribution over time. As you can see, over time, Bitcoin is really supposed to show diverse of trends lines that we all have to understand. So we are looking at this one is a chart that is mostly called River. So in the River aspect, as you can see in the last part, they talks about 2036 projections. In 2036 projections, we have something that we call the cohort, the holdings, the change versus today's. So this talk about the today's actual price and what is currently happening in the market with respect to to the future 2036. By 2036, these are the projections in terms of River. This chart of River, what it talks about that Bitcoin will be. So as you can see here, that in the cohesion is said to be mined, and then in terms of holdings, we have about 208k of BTC holding us currently. All right, to per the River chart which is showing in here. And then indeed the change versus the value talks about it that it is about 822k of BTC that is recently that is the change here, but in funds of ETFs. All right, so we talk about the price of the holding, which is the 3.55 million BTC, which to in the verses of the tomorrow's or future projections is talking about it that is supposed to be 2.05 million BTC, which is what we talks about. The Volchis chart here, River chart here, talks a whole lot of things that you need to sit down and analyze things here. It says that it says some things here about the chart. It says that I hate to see the data put out by River showing individual Bitcoin ownership peak in 2024, and it is projected to flip by 2036, where institutions will own the majority. Just think about the three biggest costs of selling. One, tax drag, which talks once you sell you immediately pay 20 to 30 fee of grains, and then again it talks about the second one talks about compounding. This is a hard brains to comprehend, but even at 20% of CAGR. And again I will skip forward and fast forward, move to the last one. That was last opportunity. You have no longer have the asset to leverage as capital and collateral. Don't give your Bitcoin to institution, and don't give your government any percentage of your profit. That is per the chart, what someone explained to us. So I want us to look at the last chart that talks about it's called the golden cross. This says that the first time this golden cross has repeated was in the last 2 years ago, late 2 years, which is really interesting. As you can see, it said altcoin dominance just had its first monthly marked bullish cross on almost 2.5 years ago. Last time this happens, altcoin really railed forward to 3.5 months and outperformed BTC. Which this chart talks about BTC in respect to altcoins. So if this chart takes its momentum upwards, meaning we are there to see most of the altcoins surge higher, even more than BTC, as we talk about. If you can look at the chart here talks about it, that indeed there is a bullish trend that is coming. As at the end of any bearish trend, as you can see below, it talks about it here very, very clear that indeed there is something peculiar that is coming here. All right, there is something peculiar that is coming here, that indeed at the end of every bullish or any bearish thing, indeed there was supposed to be a surge higher, something like this that's supposed to come. So meaning we are supposed to be expecting the market to surge higher as it in this way. Indeed, when it happens, it means the Bitcoin or altcoins are taking lead of the market. I want us to show you something here that people has been talking about recently for a long. Let's talk about the Bitcoin quantum computers. These quantum computers are computers that are being built to really do a lot of things here. But without wasting much time, I want us to listen to this interviewer, the Eric Edman, which says that when people say quantum computers are going to destroy Bitcoin, that is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard anybody say. No one ever gets hit by a bus, but see coming. So let's listen to what he said here.
People say to me they're afraid that quantum computers are going to destroy Bitcoin and the Bitcoin blockchain. That's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard anybody say. Nobody ever gets hit by a bus they see coming. So if you know that quantum computing is coming and it represents a threat to the Bitcoin blockchain, if someone can build a quantum computer to break into the blockchain, why can't someone use a quantum computer to defend against it? When people
simply, quantum computers are used to build to dive or break into Bitcoin, as he said here. That is the simplest explanation, as he said. But indeed, he was also saying that indeed, if someone can bring diseases into the world, then meaning the same people or the same person can also bring a cure, which says that indeed all the bullshit or all the things they talk about it in respect to or in regards to quantum computers destroying Bitcoin or having access to all this blockchain is a foe to him. So guys, that is all that I'll bring to you guys. This is Crypto Lord Nathan. I just show you what really is hacked. All right, thank you for watching. Bring you latest news again. Bye for now.